Hey everybody, it's me Andrew. Get out into nature and tune in for yourself. Resonate with the Earth's electromagnetic field via 432 Hertz, the universal frequency. Balance out psychologically and emotionally, and further strengthen up your brain and your heart's coherence as well. Get a plant-based diet going for yourself today and nurture yourself right back into life. We are literally herbivores in our nature. Further balance out your physical body's pH level and get with alkalinity. Then you can generate some static electricity. Send me some love telepathically. Set attention to your mind and set intention to communicate. That is all there is to telepathy. You are now tuning in to Great Days. So today I'm going to talk a little on how society is only killing us and how we are living out of the laws of nature and how we are living through this, okay, and how it's also a part of the end times and how the whole of society and the matrix needs to go through a renewal in order for there to be a more harmonious connection with nature, okay? So we're going to get right into this. I guess we can start with how society works nowadays. So we all know that society we as a society are living very, very disharmonious, okay? And this is why we are actually in very, very deep states of suffering, and we are very, very weak on multiple dimensional levels, okay, as collective. And this is only because there's the end times that are coming, you know, and as we start to go up into this go into the end times, we are in the end times, but as we continue to go through them, there's going to be a lot of catastrophe globally. Okay, there's going to be multiple things that are going to happen. This involves global flooding. This involves nuclear wars and Holocaust. This involves tectonic shiftings. This involves continental splittings. This involves quite a bit, okay? And people are going to die, you know, and society coming into the outer ripples of the end times, we are going, the society as a whole is going to go through a certain type of disharmoniousness within consciousness. And because of this disharmonious nature within consciousness as a collective, we're also going to experience societal what's the perfect word for this? Societal dysfunctioning, you know. And when I'm talking about functioning, I'm talking about on a harmonious level. Okay, so during the midst of the end times, we are going to experience peak states of societal dysfunction, you know, and this basically means that we as in our true nature are very godly, okay, because we are gods and we are goddesses. But the thing about it is that society has told us otherwise. They have told us that we're not, or that we're just physical beings with some thoughts, you know, that they actually programmed into us. And they have also built our physical bodies, and they have also told us that a lot of truths are lies, you know, and they made us live very, very backwards, okay? And this is as a collective. So everybody in let's say, for example, Western civilization, just to talk about the West, is where a lot of this takes place, you know. So everything you know about life is completely a lie. You know, everything starting from your birth is a complete lie, all right? And that's the truth of it. You can say that it's not, but it actually is, okay? Down to the very words that you're using, down to the very laws of physics, down to everything that you ever thought you knew. It is all just a lie, okay? So, and this is why Buddhists, they actually have to unlearn everything, and they have to reteach themselves what is correct, you know, because they're coming out of societal conditioning and dysfunction. So they have to unlearn everything from their birth, and even going into their past lives and whatnot, you know, because it goes beyond a singular lifetime. So what society does, they actually kill us off, okay, in a mediated fashion. They don't actually, like, they do take people's lives, but on a on a very subtle level, to where you can't actually blame the society, because they have autonomous systems set up to keep the natural selection going, or maybe even genetic selective breeding going, things like this. They have autonomous systems for it, okay? And a lot of the time, they are actually taking the mass people, and they are killing them, you know, but they're not killing them in one single blow, but they are leaving them in very, very, very decayed states. You know, they are leaving us very, very tired, or they are leaving us very energyless, and they are literally killing us off, okay? And this is, for one example, alcohol and tobacco is one of the most consumed and manufactured perishables in the U.S., or if not the U.S., the world, right? And these are both poisons. They are both known to kill you, okay, at a rapid rate, all right? Unless you're special genetically, you know, which a lot of people are. So you can find some people maybe living a little bit longer, even if they're taking these things in. But a lot of times, these things are just here to decay you, and the energy of the whole is here to decay you. The information that is usually stirring around is here to decay you, okay? So they're pretty much leaving people very, very lifeless, okay? And this is the truth. You can just observe a little bit. Some of the bigger cities, and people are literally just lifeless, okay? They're kind of walking around autonomously, like zombies do, because they are leaving people like zombies, okay, in a state of undeadedness, because they are undeaded, all right, to a system which they know not, all right, and basically these systems are all autonomous. You know, they're killing us off, and they're leaving in a zombified state, and we're supposed to live our entire lives this way, and most people won't even know this. They're literally breeding slaves, but most people don't know this, because a lot of people don't want to know this, you know, but it is a truth. You are owned by people that you'll never even know, and this involves your entire family. Your entire family is owned by people who will never make themselves aware to you, because you're just one of their little automatons, you know, an unconscious being, slaving away, you know. And it's very, very bleak. And these types of things, I want to say they arise as we go into end times, because the earth goes through that whole renewal process. It goes through the great global destruction, through catastrophic events, you know, like flooding and continental shiftings, or tectonic shiftings, continental splits, and nuclear holocaust, world wars. Things like this are always going to involve some type of mass death that takes place in the population, you know. And people, if we were awake in mass, we would be able to avoid all of this, and we would be able to actually do a lot of things, or change a lot of things, you know. But it's not this way, and we are only unconscious in mass, you know. But it is slowly changing, because the Earth's Kundalini is coming to a rise, and it is on the rise. So the inhabitants of the Earth's Kundalini is also on the rise fractally, and this is also shifting the level of consciousness. So a lot of people who would normally perish in the catastrophic events are going to be able to save themselves, you know. So a lot of the population is going to be able to evade this catastrophic event, or the end times, you know, the renewal of the earth. And the end times itself is not a bad thing. It's needed. It's like menstrual cycles, you know. It's just not pretty, You know, there's going to be death and there's going to be a lot of destruction, but afterwards there's going to be a new earth that arises, you know, with a whole new level of consciousness. So what you want to know for now is that they are leaving people unconscious, and they do this. They make this the society normal, or the societal normal. You know, to live in a zombified state, to live as an automaton, and to be in a literally decayed state. You know, just walking and not really living the essential progressiveness harmonically with nature as we should be. You know, rather they're programming us to live essentialist. They're programming us to live in progressive, and they are also, or unprogressive, and they are also programming us to live they're programming us to live very densified, you know, and not only densified, but very weak. Like we are literally weak on multiple dimensional levels, you know, and people don't really question it. We are slaves, but we don't admit this truth to us because it goes very deep. You know, if you dive into the subconscious and into the unconscious minds, you're gonna start seeing the systems of slavery, and it can literally drive you to the edge. You know, and it's literally not, it's a very hard truth to accept, or it's a bitter pill to swallow, you know, but it is the truth, okay? And I'm just here to talk about it, because it is the truth, okay? Once again, I'm just here to talk, bring it to light a little bit for more people to maybe have a little bit of acceptance of truth, okay? As much as I can give, but well, it's not so bad though, because once again, the whole of life is just here for expansion of awareness and evolution. So it's all a process of evolution. It's all an expansion of awareness. This is what is really the wealth, and this is what is to be invested in at the in the now. You know, rather than anything of a materiality, of a density, and of a decayed nature, you know, because we need to bring the globe into a higher state of being, because it is only in a higher state of being that we are going to be able to free all of ourselves from states of suffering and slavery. Unless people want to stay in slavery in mass and not attain to their God natures, then you are going to have to live within it, you know. But we can free everybody up if we just start to to invest in the progression of being and of consciousness, because it's only at that point of singularity in consciousness that we are going to be able to free all of ourselves up from systems of slavery and systems of poverty and systems of suffering, you know, and within that is the renewment of the earth, a new earth, you know, the ones who are following in it. So what you need to do is you need to you don't actually got to listen to me for one, but you can free yourself up by just allowing the flow of things. You know, there's a lot of ascended masters who are already doing the work on unseen levels, subtler levels of being. So they are already guiding you, even if you want the guidance or not. You know, so all you got to do is let the universal flow take one in you, and just let it be, okay? Rather than acting all the time, just be, and disentangle yourself from any karmic pathway, you know. So that's pretty much going to be it for today's video. Once again, I do thank everybody for watching. Peace out, one love, and have a great evening.